Mm. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everybody's doing good. Mm-hmm. Trying to get the link out there for anybody who may want to join. I don't care if they want to join or not. Well, I hope everybody's okay. I really do. Hate to see what's going on in Canada right now. I just watched a full scale invasion of the UN come into Canada. And until you Canadians believe that uh, happening, you're going to be in trouble. Because they had them people get off of C-130s. There were videos out. They're now gone. They were taken down due to being against YouTube's terms of service. Again, with the video of the lady that got killed and the people coming out of the hospital saying she got killed by the horses. That video was taken down as well due to YouTube terms of service. This is being hush-hushed badly by the Canadian government, and YouTube is in cahoots with them. When you sit there and see them people without flags on their uniforms, you're looking face to face with a UN troop. And the sad part is the scary part of this is, and the scariest part of it is now our south is open, as we can see Mexico ain't even able to stop illegal aliens, much less anything else. And now Canada's border is now open to our invasion as well of UN troops. Just to let you know. So I just thought that was quite interesting, and it's a very strategic move. And now I see why, and I understand why Biden was so adamant to tell Trudeau to keep pushing and get them out of there. Hey, Nemi, how you doing? Hope you're well. So I just thought y'all should maybe wake up and maybe see that and see what's going on there, because that's a bad situation for everybody, us included, here in the United States, not just Canada. They've had a full scale invasion of the UN come into their country. Hey, Zombie Hunter, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Hey, News Now, Preston, Nashville, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good, Preston. I hope everybody else is. I got my money together finally for the boat that I want, my sailboat that I want. That's great. I got it. I finished getting the whole price tag together, including a Desert Goat, including the title transfer and everything. Um, as of this Thursday, which was great. So the next few paychecks that I get are going to be pretty much icing on the cake, so I can get different, maybe things I might need for the boat to make sure I have the ability to sail where I want to sail, when I want to sail, how I want to sail. Can't wait to do that. By the way, should be fun. Thought I'd let you know that. But if you look at the strategic importance of why Biden was telling Trudeau to keep pushing and doing what he was doing, look no further than the four C-130s that dropped off UN troops 2 nights ago in Canada, and now they're on the front lines pushing the Canadian citizens back. I know News Now, Preston. I'm upset over it. I'm going to try to get a link out there. Give me just a second, and you can come on up if you'd like. Give me just a second. I am totally upset, and people just don't know how bad this can be, even for us as a country. Especially since they were talking just not too long ago in Utah that they were talking about getting the National Guard to try to round up people and force them to be vaccinated. I've done videos on that, showed the links to it and everything else. Didn't want to go into that. Wrong thing. I want to go into my StreamYards, not someone else's. That was an accident. Well, okay, for some reason it's not letting me get a link out there. But I tried. I sent out a few emails. News Now, Preston, have I sent you an email before? I don't know if I have or haven't. I can send you an email maybe. I have not sent you an email before, I don't think, News Now, Preston. If you give me your email, I could get you a link if you'd like to come up. That's up to you. I mean, you don't have to. But yeah, it's a scary, scary thing that I've seen to see that the people are not even realizing they are have been invaded. Okay, let's see here. News now. Pressed. Hmm. Mm. All right, you should be getting an email here in a second. News now, Preston. I believe. Yeah, there we go. There you go. It's sent now for sure. But I just thought it was quite an interesting thing to be watching what's going on there right now and seeing what. I mean, they literally yanked a man out of his truck earlier. They bashed his windows in on his truck, yanked him out on the driver's side, and threw him to the ground from the height of the seat, from the height of the window of the truck, and and uh, and they arrested him. Several people have not been arrested. They just kept backing up when they said to back up. Now they're pretty much where I left off was they're pretty much with their backs to a fence now. It's either they go sideways or get arrested. These people do not care about you Canadians, the ones without the flags on their uniforms. They don't care about you. They have no care about the Canadians. They are UN troops. They are from another country. That's why they will not speak to you, because they know as soon as they speak, their accent will come out, or they may not even speak English and don't know much of what you're saying. One of the two. So, just saying. Did you get the email news now, Preston? I think I spelled it right. And that's something that people need to really get understanding. They even got so afraid they even shut down one of the bridges that another convoy was coming with backup protesters. What now Canada needs to do, because their prime minister is taking orders from a foreign country, which is Biden here in the United States. All right, cool. News now, Nashville. If you want to come up, you can come on up, buddy. Their prime minister took orders from a foreign country, and that was us. Well, what they call the president. Something I don't accept as a president, never has since he was voted, supposedly, quote unquote, voted in. When your prime minister takes orders from another country like that, he does not have your best interest at heart. No more than our president does when he tries to take orders from China. I see what's happening. I know why he was pushing so hard to try to get into Canada and have Canada keep pushing and pushing and pushing. When Trudeau faltered a little bit and called for help from Biden. I'm sure Biden also helped fix up some of them UN troops that are there. I wouldn't be surprised. Um, so your prime minister has no, does not have your best interest at heart. So you should be pushing your politicians any way, shape, or form up there in Canada to do a vote of no confidence on Trudeau, because you should not have any confidence in him, except for that he wants to lead you down the road of dictatorship and tell you everything you do. When you eat, you sleep, you shit, you whatever. Okay? How much you shit, what color you shit. Okay? That's how it is over there in them countries. And he even said out of his own mouth that he loved what China does and how they're a dictatorship. Speaking about a dictatorship, I'm going to go switch gears a little bit here. You know, there's some dictators right here in YouTube. I think it's hilarious. And if you watch Trudeau and watch everything Trudeau's done, they act the same way as Trudeau. Mary Jane Rotting Crotch. I couldn't be. That group right there. Hey, Caterpillar. Missed you too, hon. Missed you too. And yes, Caterpillar, I agree. That is a pathetic individual. Right now, Justin Trudeau is acting like a full-grown man that's throwing a terrible temper tantrum, in my opinion. He's vowed to get everybody that's donated to the truckers. I'm right here. You can come try to get me. But I won't be a peaceful protester, Trudeau, when you come get me. Just saying. Because I gave money to the truckers. And I'm damn proud I did. I don't think you got the balls to come into America and try that. You barely had the balls to take care of your own country. And then you had to have backing from Biden to do that. And I'm proud I gave to them truckers. Damn proud. I want y'all to know. So, but you won't be facing a peaceful protester when you come to me. I'll tell you that now. That's all there is to it, Trudeau. Because you're nothing but a dictator. You have literally become Kim Jong-un. You passed Xi Jinping or whatever his name in China. You became a Kim Jong-un today. Is what you became, Trudeau. And I hope you Canadians that may watch this understand that. Hey, Reverend Kelly Lee, how are you, buddy? I hope you're well. Your prime minister just became the next Kim Jong-un. Soon he'll be asking you to bow at his feet, kiss his shoes, worship him as a god. I guarantee you that's coming your way. I hope you're doing good, Reverend Kelly Lee. I tried to put a link out there. I can't seem to get a link to go out here. I don't know why. I think it's something to do with the operating system I have. This is one of them damn Acer Chromebooks, and they don't work quite the same as a computer, so I can't just copy and paste with it. At least it don't seem to want to let me copy and paste with it. I can highlight it. Oh, cool. You're feeding elk. That's awesome. And I came in on my computer instead of my phone, so I can't even do what I normally do. It's not letting me. I don't understand why. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There's a quarantine for 30 days. Oh, are they moving him in from a different state or something then? There we go. Maybe I can do it this way now. Let's see what happens. Okay, now let's see here. Let's go here. It's like this, and there we go. It's like this. There we go. Now I was able to put the link out there. There it is. I just had to do it a different way. Got it done through my phone instead of the emails and things like that. There you go. Anybody can come up. You know that. You're all welcome. I missed you too, Caterpillar, and Phil. Yeah, he turned into a Fidel Castro. You're right. Which is a saddening thing to see. The convoy, there's some, freedom taking convoy. There's cops everywhere. They stopped the new convoy from coming in. It's on the road right now. Some French Canadians and everything. Got farm tractors, you got diesels, but they stopped them on the road, ain't letting them come through. This was a sad day in history, people. I'm telling you, a very sad day in history. That this happened. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, okay, Reverend. It's just you moving them from farm to farm to farm. Okay, I got you. One of the saddest days in history you'll see at this point in time, if you ask me. That's my opinion. I'm speechless at this point in time to say much more than what I have, except to try to tell everybody that what's going on. You know, everybody seems to be even going off YouTube. That was live streaming just a little bit ago. I might be wrong. I just might not have all the channels, you know. But if you don't think that this wasn't a strategic plan by Biden, you wait and watch. It's a strategic plan by Biden. I'll tell you that now. I am sure, by me speaking the way I have right now, this will probably be the end of this channel, because they've been taking down every video about the convoy or anybody talking about the convoy other than the fake media fucking news. The fake media news is already trying to put out the guy that got killed by being trampled by the horse had a heart attack. They didn't even talk about the guy being trampled by a fucking horse at all, by the Royal Murdering Police. They call them the Royal Mounted Canadian Police up there. I call them the Royal Murdering Police now, because they murdered that dude with their horses. I don't care what any of y'all think. I know y'all might not like what I got to say, but that was straight up fucking murder. That dude was doing no wrong. He was standing in a line, talking, was not showing any aggression whatsoever to anybody, and they ran him over with the horse. Then did not stop to check to see if the man was all right. The police line moved forward immediately and started beating protesters because they were trying to get to them people to help them. Not only did that guy get killed, they believe that this is unconfirmed. I did see a video of it last night. A lady also was taken down by them horses. I did see a video where some people came out of the hospital, said they were close to her, and said she passed away as well due to injuries sustained from the horse kicking her in the head. So one confirmed for sure and one unconfirmed death came from the police. For 20 some plus days, there was absolutely no violence, people getting along, nobody dying of COVID or anything else. And they were around each other, breathing each other's air, close to each other, face to face with each other for 20 some plus days, and no one died from COVID. No one got in a fight. No one had thrown anything. No one burnt down buildings. And then the first time the cops show up on scene with their fucking horses, people get killed. If that don't disgust you, I don't know what will. I don't know what you need to do to get angry at that. I know I'm pissed about it. And it saddens me. And the royal murdering police will get away with it. It's normal. And Justin Trudeau is no more better than the freaking than Napoleon in France. And I know he takes that as a great insult if he hears that, being that he's a French Canadian. He don't particularly care for France anyway. And sure as hell don't care for an Italian that tried to take over France. Just saying. Hey, Caterpillar, how are you, hon?
I'm good. Hold on, I gotta turn my TV down.
All right.
There. Because I'm on live. I don't want the background of my television. It's off now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. So what's up?
I'm just trying to keep people abreast of what I've seen so far with Canada and all.
I know, I've been on it since day one.
Yeah, same here. And how sad of a day
I have
this is.
family that are truckers. Truckers, what makes our country go round. We have to support the truckers, and all the lies. Justin's mouth is just pitiful. I don't know who's worse, him or Biden.
Well, he's worse because he asked for help from Biden.
Well, yeah, that's true. But neither one of them's really, in charge. We know that. It's behind
it's China
or Obama.
Yeah,
running Biden.
Well,
yeah,
Obama was bought and paid for by China long ago.
Yeah, and so was Biden and Ukraine.
Yeah. Obama was bought and paid for when he was in the Illinois State Senate.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about Obama. He makes me sick.
Yeah, I agree.
But, the thing is I didn't know that there was deaths. I didn't hear that yet. I know that Pat King, one of the orchestrators.
No. I'm gonna stop you there.
What?
He was not an orchestrator of this.
Oh, he wasn't?
Inserted himself as somebody when he was a nobody, and he made thousands and thousands of dollars off of his Bitcoin thing and left.
Who did? Pat King?
Pat King.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know that.
The real people that were in the convoy denounced him 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But you know what?
He's a piece of shit.
Oh, great. There's always somebody that's got to take advantage.
Yeah.
The whole thing is,
with this trucker convoy that was coming across the U.S., that's supposed to be coming across the USA out of Canada or out of California into D.C.
Yeah. My brother.
I was watching the guy that they had interviewed.
Uh-huh.
That dude seemed very fake to me.
One of the planners or whatever? Organizer?
What they're calling one of the planners.
Oh, because my brother lives in Palm Springs, and they're supposed to meet in Coachella Valley, Indio, California, on the 5th. As far as I know, it's still on.
See, I heard that they were supposed to be in D.C. by 6th.
No.
That's what I've been hearing lately. They've already moved
state
out.
Of address? When is the state of address? When does Biden make his comical state of address speech?
I don't know.
That's when they're supposed to be there, when he makes the state of address. That's what I was. But I know that 5th of March that they're meeting up, and then carrying on after the 5th, they're having a rally at Coachella Valley, a big place, and then they're taking off and meeting up. They haven't got a route yet, as far as which, but that it was still on, as far as I know. My brother, I haven't talked to him.
It's still on.
You never know. It's day to day.
It's the dates that are in question. It's still on, but the guy that they were interviewing, though.
Oh yeah. See, I don't know.
When I sat there and watched him, he was smiling and he was reading off of a paper, just like the government does.
Oh,
everything else that seems so fake. It's so made up to me. No, I didn't like it.
Well, they're going to infiltrate people in every. You know what I mean? Look at January 6th. Oh, what's in there?
Yeah.
Probably happened like you just were talking about. in Canada, they're saying a horse. They didn't even mention the horse that, and the
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
See?
And what it was there was two people. They were in line. They were protesting. Yes, they weren't being mean about the protest though.
It's illegal. It's your right to protest peacefully.
Right. Even up there, it's their right. They got the Charter of Rights. They got the same, pretty much similar rights as us when it comes to protesting and all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you can be kissing and loving and
Salty.
singing "We Are the World" all day long, and they're still going to say you're Nazi swastikas, this and that.
Well, that was another thing Trudeau did. He sat there and called out a lady in the parliament.
I know, I saw that. They were pissed on that. And then what did he do? After so many, he walked out like a true pussy.
Yeah, he sat there. He sat there and said, "You follow people who carry swastikas, so you must be one of them." And that lady, and I could see the offense that she took of that, being that her family.
Right, I know, because of
the Holocaust.
Exactly.
And then when he was asked not once but 5 times by the guy that spoke right after her to apologize for his words, he got up and ran away like a scared little 3-year-old that just got scolded.
Pathetic. I mean, we have no leadership anywhere right now. I mean, here in Canada, we are on our own. There's no leaders.
You ain't kidding.
Pathetic kindergartners.
I guess when I call my family in Canada, cousin who's a female, because she just absolutely loves Biden and didn't like talking to her. Kamala Harris, in my opinion, being a cunt, can't understand normal thinking. About her piece of shit president, and how, or whatever you guys call him in Canada, president, minister,
prime minister.
When I go to slam her for it because she didn't like Trump and she liked all the shit that was going on in the U.S. because she's invested her Canadian dollars here in the U.S. over the years to make it grow for her IRA fund and everything else. I guess I'll have some legitimacy behind me and say, hey, oh, really? She's like, you can't talk to me like that. Who the fuck do you think you are? I said, well, last time I checked, I was a good old motherfucking red, white, and blue American that lived in the United States of America, not Canada or anywhere else. Now, that's not to say that I don't like Canada, but if I was meant to live in Canada, don't you think I'd be in Canada right now? Yes.
Yeah.
I'd be a natural citizen of Canada. Subsequently, I was born in the U.S. That was the country right below Canada. All right? So I have cousins that live in Canada, and they do well for themselves. They've all, gone to college, gotten those formal educations and everything else, and, all the shit they're supposed to do, I guess. What they believe society wants them to do. But I get a little offended when my family members, that's why I can't talk to them about politics or religion, because they're fucking dopes. Literally, they're dopes.
Well, I'm sure they're shitting their pants now.
That's happening all over this country. Divided families, friends, all.
I mean, this is how I look at politics. I used to be a staunch Republican because of my parents. And then after they fucking dwindled and died, went and, wherever they went, I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to make my fucking decisions. I don't like Democrats. I sure as fuck don't like Republicans. I consider myself to be a libertarian. Whoever best fits the need for the job, I don't give a fuck what party he's from. Take that political party and shove it up your ass shit. Do your fucking job.
There's a problem with that.
I'd say we get rid of all parties. Just forget any kind of party and start over.
Well, that's the problem with that type of thinking, unfortunately. They'll never get past their party lines and views right now.
Yep.
And as soon as a Democrat, even if you go, well, I voted for the Democrat because he was great for that job. He's already proven he's great for that job. Or I voted for that Republican because he was great for that job and he's already proved himself to be great for that job. As soon as their party line says, well, I need you to vote this way or I need you to do it that way, that's when you're going to see it wasn't a great idea because they won't be great for the job anymore. They're only going to be great for their party.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, like we do these people a favor by putting them in office. You know, they should go out and work a 9 to 5, work in a factory, you know, do whatever. But no, they're too good. They're going to do good for us. Well,
Oh, yeah. Can't you see Nancy Pelosi working in a factory?
I could see, hang on, I could see Nancy Pelosi working at the truck stop Glory Hole right alongside Mary Jane Rottencrotch. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's just my opinion. That's in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Right. But you know, one of the last great presidents, in my opinion, that we had was the peanut farmer.
Yeah, you know,
And that's because he started
yeah, well,
out.
you know what? Right
he
now
started-
with Biden, Nixon looks good to me. I mean,
Oh,
seriously,
you ain't kidding. You ain't
That's a-
kidding.
top of the list for the worst. In my lifetime, he is the worst president. So,
I
you
think
know,
the best
Nixon
president
did-
of my lifetime was Reagan. Reagan.
yeah, Reagan, I love Reagan.
I
Really,
didn't
if you
really
got to
care
pick one,
for-
of course,
didn't really care
JFK,
for-
but he didn't make it.
I didn't really care for the older Bush, but you know, Nancy.
Damn.
I did. The older Bush I did, the young Bush I didn't.
I don't like either one of them. They're evil.
Well, the reason I like the old Bush is some of the things he did for Native American people.
There you go. That's probably the only thing he's done good. Seriously,
Yeah, I agree.
gotta
I'm
go
in
back
agreement with
little-
you on that.
from Clinton on. It's terrible presidents.
Well, Clinton fucked the world up. All he wanted to do
Hey,
was
did look who he's married to.
all he wanted to do was nut in that young girl's mouth and dress, and then
Yeah,
later.
young guy.
Hey, I'm going to defend Clinton on one thing. He did the world a favor. He proved to the world blowjobs were not sex.
Bullshit.
He proved it in the highest court of law. He got found not guilty of having sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah, and didn't inhale either. Tammy and Salty, if you were married to Hillary Clinton, wouldn't you want to go and get a little blowjob on the side? Come
If I
on.
was married to Hillary Clinton, I would think about fucking a mule before I'd fuck that.
Okay, wait a minute now. That's not fair to good old Hillary. Let's look at Hillary from the beginning. Okay? Before she became Hillary. I mean, I can draw so many comparisons to Hillary Clinton and Mary Jane Rottencrotch that it's not funny.
Oh, yeah, you ain't kidding.
Huh?
You ain't getting there.
All right. So basically, I'm sure they both started off sweet and innocent and somewhat healthy, you know, like how they think in their brains, right?
Yeah.
And they were fairly attractive, you know. little
Hillary
bit-
Clinton has never been attractive.
Never.
Well, if you'll let me explain, the way Hillary Clinton is attractive is if she comes home with another woman for her and Bill. to
The only
settle.
way she's attractive is she comes home with another woman for her and Bill, and she has a bag over her head, preferably a plastic one that she breathes in deeply.
Oh, that's not fucking right. I was gonna say cardboard or a pillowcase, but you know, here I could see this being the scenario. Okay, just like with Mary Jane
Hey,
Rottencrotch.
FDSS.
Hey, FDSS, just like Mary Jane Rottencrotch. You got Hillary bent over the fucking bed, naked from the waist down.
Oh,
You're-
God. This is awful.
And she's wearing a fucking pillowcase, and you got her tied down to the headboard. Same thing with Mary Jane Rottencrotch. You don't have to look at her. If you don't want to fucking smell it, just fucking throw on one of them oxygen masks. You fucking hit it from behind. Guys, it's not hard. If you want to bang an ugly bitch. I'm sorry, Caterpillar.
That's all right. I've heard worse.
If you want to bang an ugly
Salty, the problem is there's ugly and then there's Hillary Clinton.
I got to throw in Mary Jane Rottencrotch. She's uglier than Hillary.
Well, yeah, I'm in agreement, but
So let me
Okay,
finish,
so-
let
I
me
don't
finish
know who
my-
that is.
Let me finish my statement real quick. So imagine now this is when she was younger, not as old as she is today, okay? Because she's like fucking ancient, like almost 100. She's not, but she looks like it. Mary Jane Rottencrotch, I know her exact age, but she looks much older and acts much younger. So basically, if you could picture both these women, Mary Jane Rottencrotch and fucking Hillary, bent over the fucking bed with their drawers off, and guys wanting to fucking ravage them. I mean, it's okay. I mean, like, ugly women, like, everybody complains my wife's a fat bitch, a fat hog, whatever. You know what? Fuck y'all. My wife, being a big woman, she's like a Liberty Bell, small on top, big on the bottom, cracked in the back, just the way like my women. She shades me in the summer and keeps me warm in the winter. She's got a heart. But getting back to the whole Hillary, Mary Jane Rottencrotch, I could imagine these women being fairly attractive years ago until
no,
they got
Hillary
all.
Clinton never was attractive. I can tell you that now. I've seen pictures of her when she was a teenager. She was as ugly as a dog then.
Kind of,
Well,
yeah. But I know what you're saying, Salty, because we all, back in the day, we had our moment. I know I did.
Good looking
But-
man back in the day, but now I'm a fat hog like my wife, apparently. But you know what? We roll each other in the fucking oil to find the wet spots, so it's all good. I got
It's
no.
what's inside
You
this-
got another snow
you
squall coming through. I tell you what, you ever all seen a snow squall? I'm sure you have,
The
Caterpillar.
point, here's to put it simply. Hillary Clinton is ugly on the inside as well as the outside. Your wife, I've never met her. I'm sure she's a lovely woman, but you love her for the inside because that's what it's all about.
Love her
right?
for the everything, and you
For
brought up a
everything she
great
is,
point.
exactly.
You brought up
I
a great
think
point.
I think his wife is a pretty woman inside and out.
It's like
Just a
just
matter
like
of opinion.
you brought up a great point, Caterpillar, and I'm going to go ahead and finish it, and then I'm going to shut the fuck up. Not forever, but just for a little. You're right. Hillary Clinton, in your mind, just like in my mind, just like Mary Jane Rottencrotch, is an ugly bitch. She's ugly on the inside, and she's ugly on the outside. Both of them draw from each other for the comparisons. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yep. I'll have to agree.
It's, now
I
look,
mean, I'm agreeing with you as far as in general. I don't know Mary Jane or whatever, so I'm not saying her. I don't even know her. But Hillary, ugly on the inside, ugly all over.
oh yeah.
That's what makes her so unattractive, right,
Same
Tammy?
Mary Jane Rottencrotch. Tammy and I could tell you stories for hours, and you just.
Oh, thanks. I don't even go on the YouTube channel anymore. Hardly. It's just I saw Tammy, and I
Yeah.
thought I'd jump up and say hi.
But anyway, they're both ugly women. But yeah, I mean, I kind of feel sorry for Bill because they had a beautiful looking daughter. Well, bucktooth.
No, that's a matter of opinion there too.
Well, I mean, look, if you had a chance, like, okay, let me put it to you like this in guy terms, Tammy. Sorry, Caterpillar, I got to do it again.
All right.
Tammy, if you had a choice to fuck Hillary or her daughter Chelsea, which one would you pick?
I'd pick the donkey sitting next to both of them.
No. You can't. You got to either pick Hillary or her daughter Chelsea. Which one would you pick?
I'd pick Hillary just as long as she gave me about half her money.
Greedy bastard.
Damn right. Then I use it to sue her ass.
You're like, fuck buying that little fucking sailboat. I want a yacht, bitch, with a
Damn
helicopter,
right.
landing pad, caviar, a whole full deck crew, and all the fucking goodies that come with it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I
Damn
can see-
right.
I just see you sailing the river in your fucking yacht, wearing your little captain's hat, your little scarf around your neck, and your blue blazer.
No,
He's-
I wouldn't go to the little Lord Fauntleroy routine.
Tammy stands up at the deck, and everybody salutes him, and people are like, "What the fuck? He's got no pants on." I said, "It's Florida. Don't worry about it. It's all good." Anyway, that's the way I envision shit.
Me with a blue blazer, captain's hat, and no pants, huh?
I mean, you're wearing boxers or whatever you're wearing, but
That's
you're not.
funny though. I could picture me.
Yeah,
doing
and then
something
the
like that.
steward or the staff comes out with a tray of drinks to serve you, Tammy, and it's Nancy Pelosi with no bottoms on.
Yep.
What
Then
are you?
I'll wrap the anchor around my neck and drown myself.
That would be the best.
Fuck
It's
that.
so comfortable.
This is the problem. Nancy Pelosi's been in office way too long.
Hey,
Now, if you were to say Nancy Pelosi back in the day when she was in her late teens, early 20s, yes, she was a pretty woman back in her day.
yeah, but she's a product of her environment.
Correct.
Yep. And good old suck my dick, California, where I currently reside.
That's
Yeah,
right.
She's also a product of Chinese money.
Oh, hell yeah. And everybody else's money.
Mhm.
Her son, her husband.
Wait,
you-
whose money?
been
China's
in
money?
too long.
Yeah. I just found out she's got over $100 million invested into Chinese companies.
So does
Two of
Mitch.
which are owned by the CCP.
They all do. The administration now.
Yep.
No, they do.
Biden's been in a cahoots with the banks over there for years, and they're all owned by the CCP, him and his son.
We know.
Holy shit.
So,
That's a problem.
Yep.
and I'm sure if you did some hunting on Trudeau, especially since he says he loves what China does and how they treat the people and their dictatorship and everything else like that, I'm sure he's got money invested in China somewhere as well.
The fuck's wrong with these people, you know?
Power. They're drunk on power.
And that's it. That's it in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, China's got money and everything, but there's got to be more to life than just fucking money. Now, don't get me wrong. If I had money, I'd have a lot more coups than I do. But it's
The thing is,
Yeah, but what if just this? I mean, I know it's far fetched, but what if just everybody in the world got a certain amount of money and we all lived with, in a dwelling instead of on the streets? How come the elites have to take and be so greedy? Greed to where they got more money than God, and the average blue collar, hardworking person like me, you, all of us gets barely survive. We barely get by. We don't own shit, and we're supposed to just.
well, let me tell you what
down
I
and
had
happy.
happen to me. You can ask Salty. I've been working a lot of OT.
I am.
Yeah.
Like my last paycheck, I had almost 40 hours OT and got $250 extra on my paycheck when I
Yeah,
was
now
making time and a half. That's how much taxes they took out
Yeah.
from New York and the United States government out of my overtime. I didn't even get a half a paycheck's worth of OT.
And here's the worst part: the more you make, the more it goes into taxes.
I know. That's what I was just stating.
Yeah, we fund everything.
For my medicine, my benefits and shit, right? Because I couldn't afford my health insurance without Obamacare.
Mhm.
Well, one thing they don't tell you about Obamacare is when you use it, they're going to fucking hammer you at the end of the year.
Yep.
So they have so much money that you have to use before you exhaust your Obamacare, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was going in, I was buying 5 bottles of insulin because I'm a type 2 diabetic. It was costing me $200 fucking dollars. I'm like, for 5 bottles? Really? What are you fucking crazy? So then I go in through my wife's insurance because she works at Walmart. Those same 5 bottles were $30.
Yep.
My needles that I need, so I can inject my insulin.
Mm-hmm.
2 boxes of 100 needles each were normally fucking $20 or more, with the Obamacare and shit.
Mm-hmm.
$10, $5 a box with my wife's insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I get to keep my current existing doctor and everything that I have with Kaiser. I just have a different fucking provider that I'm with. So I'm like, wow, like really? Like it's gonna be that affordable? I'm like, cool.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Oh, I wanted to get back to one thing real quick that we were just talking about a little bit ago. I said Reagan was a good president, a good one. I'll give him that. He was the last good president we had. Okay. But the last great president we had was the peanut farmer. The reason I say the peanut farmer was he worked for the people. He did for the people because he was a farmer and knew what it took to be for the people. And he did not want the presidency.
What about Trump? Trump was a great fucking president.
Trump was for one thing and one thing only. And I'll tell you this, and this is the only reason I voted for him. I knew he was going to bring jobs back to the United States. For the simple fact, every one of his businesses run on people having money in their pocket. He was going to make sure that people had money in their pocket so his businesses profited from that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, that's running a business and running a business properly.
You know what Trump did that I like about Trump is he exposed the media for what they are. Bunch of lying ass.
Well,
yeah,
that was
think
true
about
too.
That I mean, I didn't know. No, not at all. I mean,
Well, I'd already figured it out. It didn't take Trump to figure that out for me.
It did for me.
I figured it out
I mean, I never
during
paid
Clinton's
attention.
administration. I figured it out in Clinton's administration when the LAX shooting went down. And then the media first shows the guns that the guys supposedly used, okay, saying, oh, they were assault rifles. And they showed a pistol and a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the next thing you see is, oh, they finally got the guy. They shot him. They killed him. They're taking him out. They got a live feed, and the guy sits up and talks to the fucking paramedics for almost 5 minutes on the live feed before they realized it was happening, and they cut the live feed.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's when I found out the news was a fucking lie. I was watching those lives.
I kind of saw stuff, but I never put it together because I didn't really care that much. You know, I wasn't paying attention.
Right.
But I remember seeing things about certain incidents and going, wait a minute, why are they saying that? But I never went further. I never tried to research or go any farther. I just went on with my life. Of course, I was on drugs, so nothing mattered but drugs.
Right.
And then when I got clean and stuff, and that's right about when, 9/11 and all that, I started seeing stuff, but I've been watching ABC, NBC, CBS all my life since I was a tiny little girl. My grandparent, you believe in something. You don't want to believe that they would be so evil as to lie and portray that dishonesty, but they do.
Well, that's like the people up in Canada right now. I honestly think they don't think their government would send UN troops after them because they keep calling them police officers.
Yeah.
There was 4 planes that 2 nights ago, C-130s, big, huge planes for moving troops or moving tanks, moving whatever.
Yeah,
okay,
equipment.
Dropped off loads of troops, all from the UN. They were all wearing UN gear.
What do you think, baby?
Now the cops rank swelled twice its numbers, and you're seeing cops out there with the flag on. And you could see them are the people that are actually truly torn on what they're doing. Okay. I still don't hold what they're doing as correct because guess what? There was a lot of Nazis that were torn for what they were doing and still followed orders and killed a lot of people.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm not holding them as unaccountable, even though they're torn. But you could see the UN troops, they got a glassy-eyed look. They have no flag on their uniform at all, and they are decked out with all sorts of weaponry. and flashbangs and freaking tear gas, you name it. They're decked out to the hilt with it.
Well, the only time I use the flashbang is when I'm going into a fucking motel room with one of the whores from the truck stop glory hole, and I want to fucking, aerate it out from cockroaches. Throwing a couple flashbangs, throwing a little bit of smoke. You got a disco ball hanging from the ceiling. It's a fucking party.
That ain't what I'm talking about, dude. I'm talking real serious stuff here right now.
I'm kidding. I'm trying to lighten the mood.
I'm sorry. I didn't take it that way. I'm sorry. I know you were. It's just it's really weighing heavy on my heart because now, for the simple fact, we know we can't keep anybody coming in from the south. They can't even. Mexico can't even stop fucking goddamn
oh my God, we are
illegal aliens.
We'll never recover from the border.
Okay.
And the illegals coming in, we'll never recover from that.
Yeah, and now you're looking at Canada.
We don't even know who's in our country.
Well, that's true. That's true. But now we're looking at Canada that just got invaded by UN troops. Yeah, what are they going to do to allow our borders to be open now in the north?
They're not. That's the whole point. They want to put us in a sphincter hold. It's not called a sphincter hold, but I call it a sphincter hold. There's some military term for it. The way that the fucking UN troops and the
it's called outflanking. Right now, they got our north and south flank.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucked because, I thought the wall would do good. I mean, obviously, the wall keeps the majority of it out, but the hardcore smugglers and the cartels, they're gonna dig a fucking tunnel.
Well, it ain't just that. They're gonna sell it around and everything else like they used to do anyway.
What they're gonna do? They're gonna, I mean, come on, dude. I mean, there's so many ways to get drugs in this country. It's not even funny.
Right.
I understand
on purpose
the symbolism of the wall. I get it.
Well, I also do. I understand that Trump also wanted to make motion detector guns be put on that wall as well, which would have been a good line of defense, not only against stopping people from coming here illegally, it would also stop a military movement.
It may not, because they might take those guns out from long distance.
Well, then we would have fair warning. You see what I'm saying? Either way, it's going to do what it was intended to do.
Like, when China built the Great Wall of China, now that worked, okay? It did. It worked. But there's no way we can have a Great Wall of the U.S. like the Great Wall of China, because there's so much corruption in Border Patrol, border security, the policing in those border towns. There's so much corruption and so many people have been bought off by the cartels that you could make America as fucking secure as you want, but there's always some asshole that's getting paid to leave the door open or cut a hole in the fence and look the other way. That's the problem. So they're always going to get in. Now, I say it's like a cockroach problem, but listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Mexicans are cockroaches.
No, I know what you mean.
But I feel the need to clarify, because if I don't, then all the fucking trolls be like, oh my God, Salty just called all Mexicans cockroaches. Your mother.
That would happen.
But not you guys. I mean, I'm talking to the trolls.
No, but you're right. I'm sure everybody would say that.
So they say all kinds of crazy shit about me, but whatever. It's part of being on YouTube. It's part of being a public figure.
Yeah.
But
there you go.
My point is, because it's so corrupt on both sides, like everyone wants the fucking greenbacks, right? So the illegals want to come to America because they feel they can have a better life. They've looked at their friends and family and relatives who snuck in 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, and they see the fucking lives they're having today.
Right.
And I get it. Anyone who wants to better themselves, I get it. But then you have the terrorist element, the fucking jihadists and shit, that they want to fucking kill America from the inside. They want to
jihadists, MS-13, so on and so forth. Yeah.
Well, MS-13 is a Mexican gang, but they're affiliated now with terrorism.
Mhm.
According to the DOJ.
Hey, WTT.
So
yeah, well, MS-13 ain't just they have totally said they want all Americans dead many times over from their leadership on down.
well, it's just kind of fucked up. Here's the thing: being an American and being a Christian, you have a double whammy fucking target on your.
Right now, you're correct, and you better not. You want to know
yes.
a triple whammy? If you're Jewish, you got a triple whammy.
No, I'm not Jewish. I've been circumcised.
I said if you were Jewish, you got a triple whammy because now you got also AOC, Omar, and that 4-person bitch cluck group going after you and talking anti-Semitism rhetoric all the time.
But you know what? I mean, on the one hand, I feel sorry for the Jews, but then I look back on all the way the Jews treated Furry Potato, and then like, the Jews were supposed to be God's people.
I agree, Nine. You're right on that.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
The Jews were supposed.
Yeah, you broke up again.
But here's my point. When I look at the fucking way the Jews treated Furry, I don't think she was doing it like the devil.
Well, I agree that what they did there was wrong. I do agree.
So when I look at,
but not all Jews are that way.
I understand that. I've met some really nice Jewish people over the years. I can't condemn the whole Jewish community, and I won't. But just like with every race, Tammy, whether it be white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whether it's yellow, brown, whatever, I don't give a fuck about skin color. Not all Muslims are bad, and these are the people that, these are the people being thrust in the spotlight against us that we think we're fighting, but we're actually fighting a war from within our own borders, from our own people.
Right. See, to say all Jews are like what the ones Furry Potato ran into were, if you say that, that'd be like saying, okay, we're all the same as Biden.
No.
Okay, literally, that's how I would have to look at that.
I would never make a blanket statement like that because that would be wrong, and I know it would be wrong. I'm not going to do that. I do a lot,
and I've met. There's one that I met that's out of Texas. He's Jewish. Over on the other platform, he's one of the nicest people you ever wanted to meet, and he likes being in front of a camera.
Right.
So, so it ain't all of them that are that way. Some of them.
That's like making a blanket statement and saying Hitler was right for killing 6 billion Jews.
Right.
6 million Jews. No way. No fucking way.
Right. And you got to remember, and I ain't saying this is a good reason, but you got to remember they are going to be a little standoffish, especially here lately now that AOC's talking against them and everything else. And they've had several attacks on synagogues and things like that, especially like this year.
What is AOC again?
Against Jewish.
Oh, well, what is
his name? Is Omar and the other 2 bitches that run in that group.
Now this is in Washington, right?
Yeah, and they're openly speaking on mics to the country about how bad Jewish people are and how they need to be destroyed and how the Gaza Strip needs to go away and give it back to the Palestinians. They're always, the Palestinians are the right ones, the Jewish are the wrong, all that.
Well, if that was the case, then why did God pick the Jews?
I agree. I'm in agreement with you, but that's what Omar and all them are talking. okay,
Yeah, no,
and AOC and things like that. You can't reason with them like that
no,
because
because
they don't believe in the Bible either.
they're fanatical. They don't believe in the Bible. Basically, the bottom line is with these people who are in our Congress or our Senate, whatever, they believe in the fucking money. That's all they believe in is the money.
That's it. But here's the problem with them talking like that. It has caused several attacks last year and this year on synagogues throughout the world. Okay, Canada, freaking, hey, 5 Speed, what's up? Canada, Texas, Alabama, New York. There's been several attacks on synagogues, and so they're probably a little standoffish, even with Furry, who did not mean to them any harm. Okay, they might be a little bit standoffish and be a little bit prickish, thinking that might be harm coming their way. You see what I'm saying? Believe me, I don't agree with what they did to her, like running into her and hitting her with cars and shit like that. That's totally wrong. They could have been polite and nice, because one group I remember one group invited her into the church, and she denied that and said, no, it's okay. And then she just stayed out there. They really didn't do much with her, and she went on. I remember that happening too. But it did get the attention because it did get Furry hurt. It didn't get Furry, in a bad situation, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't get the same attention as the other ones.
You can thank that Desert Sentinel guy, Brian, for all the shit because he was trying to recruit people to go against Furry because, and the craziest part is that was stemming from Discord, like I've always said. And I know the Discord people hate it when I talk about them. They say I have zero content, but when you see something like I did from Discord and you come from Discord and then you start speaking out against Discord, it puts a target on your back.
Right. It's no different than me seeing something live out here, like in Canada, and me talking about that. It ain't no different. You're just reporting from a different perspective in a different area. That's all. And that's the way I look at what you got to say about Discord.
It's a good thing you bring up perspectives because Jesus Christ, dude. The perspectives that I see lately, it has a lot of bullshit. And then if I speak on it, that guy or on this or on that or face getting attacked. Where did Caterpillar go?
I don't know if she had to go or if she hit the wrong button or what. But I liked her puppy. Her puppy looked pretty.
I didn't see it. To everybody in chat that's asking about me, what's up? News Now, Preston, Nashville. Not much. Just putting one foot in front of the other and just going every day.
That's about it. That's about all you can do.
You're gonna have good times.
Jesus Christ.
Bad times.
Who are you watching News Now, Preston? They're attacking people now in Canada.
They're attacking people where?
In Canada. That's what News Now Preston just said.
I mean, fucking Canada is going through like a revolution of its own, dude.
No, they just got invaded by UN. The UN. Period. End of statement.
You want to invade Canada?
Because Biden said for it to happen.
It's fucking stupid, dude. There's no reason for it.
That's why they need to do a vote of no confidence against fucking Trudeau in Canada.
Did Trudeau sign off on this as well, bringing in UN troops?
Yep, he allowed them to land in the airport 2 nights ago.
Yeah, no. I guess it's time to get rid of him because he's a fucking fail as a fucking prime minister, in my opinion. What are these UN troops supposed to be doing in Canada anyway?
They're intermixed with the cops. Cops, you can tell, like I said, they are sort of offstandish for what they're doing. The UN troops ain't. They're doing exactly what they're doing exactly what Trudeau said to do, but they aren't from Canada, so they aren't going to feel the repercussions like the cops will. You see what I'm saying?
Right?
They'll go and they'll do their job. They'll get paid by Trudeau all his money and all the money he offers them, and then he will they will leave and go to another place.
Nice.
You know, and then Canada's left to pick up the damn pieces. See what I'm saying?
Right?
So that's what's going on right now. So that's why he brought him in, because he didn't think his police force would be able to or be apt to handle the responsibility of taking out the people that they want taken out. The responsibility.
Yeah, coming from me because I turned off YouTube a long time ago.
That was me. That was coming from me on my phone. I just bringing up what's going on. See, like right there. If you look down there at the bottom left at NC Tire and Hunters News Now Preston, you see them cops there that are hanging the freaking nightsticks on their hands like they're ready and itching to go and beat someone up. Not a one of them have a flag on their uniform. You can tell the difference between the cops and the UN troops, too. The UN troops don't have flags on their uniforms. All the cops have flags, Canadian flags, on their uniforms. And you're looking at people in green and black right there. Not a one of them have flags on their uniform.
How many NATO troops landed in Canada? You know?
4 C-130s worth. That could be up to 800 per plane.
Damn. So like 3,200, maybe more.
It could be up to that.
I would say nice even number of 4,000 troops. Let's just use that as a baseline. So these 4,000 troops are going to go where? To the major cities where everything's happening?
Well, right now they're all in Ottawa, it looks like to me, which is the capital.
And since they're embedded with the cops, if the Canadians wanted to act up and take out the UN soldiers because they're invading, like an invading force, and I'm just speaking in general terms, they couldn't do it without taking out innocent cops.
Correct. And even if they wanted to, they ain't got the firepower to do it anymore because Trudeau made sure of that 2 years ago.
You broke up.
I said Trudeau made sure that 2 years ago they wouldn't have the firepower to do that.
Yeah, didn't he try to put a ban on like AR-15s and shit?
He put a ban on everything except for a hunting rifle and 5 rounds in a house.
Man, that's fucking sad.
Mm-hmm. Or a shotgun. You can't have a shotgun, and you can have up to like 5 or 10 rounds of it. So, yeah, it's freaking.
It's gonna be a fucking mess.
The only reason things ain't happened yet here, in my opinion, is because Biden has not been able to capably take the guns out of the citizens' hands.
No, I don't own any guns, so I'm not worried about it. But if I had any guns and they wanted to take them, they can pry them from my cold, dead fingers.
Yep.
Sorry, but that's just how I feel.
Awesome, Preston. Good. Get it out to everybody you can, man, everywhere. That's the best thing to do right now. Get it out so everybody can see what's going on. You know, let people know that that's UN troops embedded in with them cops. You know, things like that.
That's insane, bro. Absolutely insane.
And do you know what that also shows me?
What's that?
it shows me the UN's in bed with China.
Yeah, I mean they kind of have to be at this point.
No, they don't. They haven't been in bed with China for however long, up till the last 5 years. Last 5 years, they've been in bed with China. They started going in bed with China. Even Trump tried to show us that.
But there's factions like Soros and everybody else that would love the UN to come into America and fucking start throwing us around, bossing us around, killing us maybe, imprisoning us. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think the United States is going to fucking go for it. And I mean the people.
Yeah.
We are probably the most armed out of all the fucking countries as far as our citizens go.
Mm-hmm.
I almost guarantee you that if they try that shit here, it's going to be fucking blood in the streets.
Well, I hate to tell you, right in the middle of the United States in Arkansas, there's plenty of UN troops already there.
Why?
They've been in Arkansas, supposedly doing training and learning training to fight. Well, why would you need to learn to train to fight the United States unless you intend on doing something here in the United States?
You know, taking us over and, you know.
Right. And I've been preaching this now for 2.5 years on this YouTube.
Right. Probably getting a lot of sanctions from YouTube and getting punished a lot.
Well, almost every one of my videos when I talk about that gets pulled down. They ain't really giving me anything other than just pull down the video. They don't like it when I talk about it. But I seen them firsthand when I lived in Arkansas. And because they would come to the restaurants and everything else right there in Arkansas. They'd go out and eat, and they had their little powder puff blue UN uniform hat on and their little powder puff blue shit on, little ribbons and shit on. I mean, so, you know, they're there. And they've been in Arkansas for a long time. Supposedly training.
It's insane. So what else you got going on today, Tammy?
WTT said, hello, gentlemen. Lou, I hope you received the PDF files I sent last week and you found them helpful. Happy to help in any way.
I got the email, WTT. I already told you I got the email. Did I find them helpful? No. Obviously, I didn't. Obviously not. But it's going to be a matter of opinion between you and I. I do know certain things. I've seen certain documents. Him sending me PDF files, but you know, I have a hard time with the whole National Archives records for Pat Snead because there's no fucking correspondence at the top. There's no seal of the great state of the United States of America, no government seal. I mean, just, you know, I have a hard time with it because it looks fake to me.
Mm-hmm.
We've discussed it at great length, Tammy. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep. You're right.
And so if that came from the National Archives, then shame on the National Archives.
Yeah, especially since every document I've ever gotten from the National Archives did not have pencil or erase marks on it. Just saying.
All black ink. It was either black ink written or black ink type.
Right. Indelible ink.
So, you know, there's that.
Right.
You know, you're never truly going to stop the evil in the world. Just yesterday alone, I was on a panel and there was a lot of evil that came into that panel. And there was a lot of evil that came into the live stream chat. And then it was projected onto me that I was doing something I was not doing.
All right.
That's only 1 percentile of evil on one small plane, one corner. We are headed for some turbulent times.
Oh, we're heading for hellacious times, and people don't even want to think it because they didn't think it would come in their lifetime. Most of them don't. Most of them don't think it's going to come in their lifetime. But if you're alive now and you expect to live at least another 15 years, it's coming in your lifetime. And it's going to get nasty and it's going to get bad.
Yeah, leave it.
Unless you want to bend over and kiss someone's dick all day long.
No thanks.
Because that's what's going to happen.
No, I'm good.
I don't need help filling that out, WTT. I've gotten plenty of different documents from the National Archives. I know how to fill it out. I appreciate it, though. And I know how the papers come, and they always have a federal seal on them. Federal or state seal. Normally both.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm just saying. At least them are the documents I've received. Okay, I can do that, WTT. I'll gladly do that.
But the whole dirtiness of it for 8 months when the Frog and Mary Jane were saying, we got his DD 214.
Hmm.
Then they had to fucking come out and tell the truth. No, we don't have his DD 214.
Right.
Yeah, okay. You know,
Actually, believe it or not, WTT, it ain't much difference in filling that paperwork out as it is to fill out your fill out a Bureau of Indian Affairs card. To get all your information for the Bureau of Indian Affairs card, I should say.
all right, Timmy, I think I'm going to jump off the panel. I'm going to go grab something to eat, and I think I'm going to go back.
All right.
I'm going back to bed. Fuck.
Well, I was. All right. That's fine. We could talk about what I wanted to talk about later. Then.
Oh, do you want to do it now or here, or do you want to do it somewhere else?
Like I said, whatever the stuff I wanted to talk about, we could do it later if you want.
Fuck it. I'm already up. I guess I'll just stay up.
Well, you need to get some sleep. You got to work tonight, don't you?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. My job ain't fucking physically demanding. It's just mental. Let me go down and fix a bowl of oatmeal then, since I'm up.
All right. Well, hurry up.
and then we'll get into whatever you want to talk about. I'm just gonna mute real quick and go down, fix a bowl of oatmeal, and then I'll be right back up.
All right. All right. Right. Right, WTT. Correct. By the way, I just told you how to get information on my Bureau of Indian Affairs card, which it will give some public information there. Not all of my public information, but some. Just letting you know. So you can prove, if you wish, that I actually have a BIA card. You know my name. Just saying. But I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, people. I am back. Hamd Mozov. Okay, well, goodbye. Mark user, goodbye. But yeah, that's how I was telling you how to figure it out for me for that, since everybody's in question. Even you have questioned me on that before. I just told you how to get some information to show that I am what I say I am. So that I'd be a little helpful there, WTK. Oh man. Yeah, I'll show you. I also have a state one in Florida as well. Just saying. But yeah, it's getting bad in Canada, man. It looks just like you would see in freaking North Korea or China or something right now. Fucking pigs at every freaking building height there. They got fencing all around the Capitol, things like that. They're pushing the hell out of the protesters up against the fence, pretty much. See them ones, even in them yellow vests that are over there on NCs, they don't have the Canadian flag on. They are not cops. If they have the Canadian flag on, you will know them as cops. If you notice, most of them are not cops that are there. And they just hit one in the chest with a freaking nightstick. I noticed they ain't using the horses today to try to back people up like they did yesterday. They found out that would cause them some serious shit and trouble. By murdering people. But yeah, this is a sad, sad day in history for the world, not just Canada, for the world, people. You are seeing a totalitarian government taking over right now. What? Zoc got arrested again? Oh no, I misread it. I'm watching Zoc right now. You back, Salty?
Yeah,
Huh?
it hit me.
What's that now?
Said you want to talk about something.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about. We're watching dictators in Canada trying to take over, right? Well, you're also sitting there watching dictators right here on YouTube try to take over. Mary
What?
Jane Rodden Crotch, I Couldn't Be, all of that group, My Two Beagles,
Right?
that whole group right there. They are no different than these scumbags that we're pissed off about right now in Canada.
I guarantee it. The only difference between them and an actual fucking threat, like what the Canadians are facing with the UN troops,
Mm-hmm.
these people. Okay, I'm gonna clarify what these people are. The people that WTT hangs out with but may not participate with himself in Discord. These people are the only people that I know of on all the Discords and YouTubes and social media platforms that threaten, try to bully, harass, connive, control. But yet, when it comes to the fucking threats to me, they never carry them through. Now, on the one hand, I'm happy because it shows me they're not really fucking serious. This is all just rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, when I see what they've done to Misty Big Red and how I almost slipped there. Mary Jane Rottencrotch and IKB are trying to lie their way through,
Right.
and to tell people to stay away from me, and then they use my regular government name, Lou Stefano, not the Salty Rant, not Salty Speakeasy, Lou Stefano. They use my name like it's gonna do something to me. It's gonna hurt me somehow. Yeah, okay. And I figure those people that are allegedly driving by Mary Jane Rottencrotch's house, I would probably classify that as law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, me too.
Sources, law enforcement is watching everything she's doing in regards to how she talks about whatever it is she talks about.
No, like threatening to send people to your house or wishing people would take batteries out of your smoke detectors and burn your house down with your family in it so y'all die. Things like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to get looked at by the cops. You're correct. When you start doing that type of fucking rhetoric, eventually there's going to be someone going to report it, and they're going to take it. They're going to take it serious.
Well, also the rhetoric of, for years she was screaming it was murder and the boyfriend did it, this and that and everything else. And I know you know what I'm referring to. If the people in the audience don't, we'll explain it soon enough. Anyway, I'll let you explain it because you're the host of the show. Anyway, when she says all that and then she changes it up and then saying, oh, no one was supposed to be home, it was an accident. And then she goes on Misty's and says the real reason she gave me a copyright strike is because I took a picture off her fucking video that I made mine through fair use.
Mm-hmm.
I made it look like a cartoon. I added color. I did some other stuff to it.
Right.
The bedroom where the baby and her daughter burned up. I stole her material. What happened to fair use, Mary Jane Rottencrotch? You always say it's fair use when you take my shit and you actually make money off of it. I can't. Your shit under the same guidelines, fair use? Why is it only okay for you to take other people's shit, but when other people take your shit and use it under fair use, you're issuing copyright strikes? What is it you have to hide, Mary Jane? So if she's
A
gonna keep
lot.
skirting the terms of YouTube's service and everything else, I'm just gonna do the same thing, but I'm just gonna keep making channels and then moving all my videos over to the other channels. That was a clear-cut case of fair use, but because she knows how to manipulate the system and do the things she's doing,
Mhm.
she's like, I want your counter complaint. Why? So you can file charges in district court and say you're suing me over YouTube.
Mhm.
And I did file the counterclaim notification, but for some reason, YouTube takes her serious, but they won't take me serious. There's something wrong with that.
Yep.
So basically, the only thing I'm going out and doing is, I'm making videos back and forth, like she makes about me, in a potato or whatever.
Mhm.
But I think my videos hit a little more true as far as hitting home
Hey, Patriot Defense, man.
because it shows her behavior and her actions. If she's willing to lie about sleeping with David Warden, which I wholeheartedly believe she did, what
I don't
else-
see why David would have to lie about that. Just saying. And I just don't see David being the person going out just to go and make up bullshit fucking text to make her look bad.
No, I don't. But see, a lot of people didn't see this. And this is one of the things I was seeing when I was in Discord. So when I got out of Discord, I pulled my head out of my ass. No one controlled me. No one told me what to think. I looked at it in the totality of it. I looked at the totality of everything I was going to look at.
Mhm.
As far as, me as a person, my attitude, my thoughts. And I thought, you know what? This is fucked up. I'm blaming this man for something he did 30 years ago. Maybe, maybe not, but he got convicted of it either way. I'm blaming this man for all the shit that's going on now. And I'm a believer that we are all in control of our own destinies to a point.
All right.
Whether it's pre-written or predetermined, we're going to be who the fuck we're going to be, no matter what. And I believe, in my opinion, and this, and when I say in my opinion, it usually means I don't have facts to back it up, but after looking at something or reading something or judging it in my heart, it's in my opinion the way I feel the way I do.
All right.
So everyone there is mad. Like I could be, it's like, oh, seriously, bro, you got to stop saying, in my opinion, it's getting old. Motherfucker, eat a dick.
In my opinion, he needs to eat a dick.
In my opinion, he needs to fuck right off.
Yep.
Okay? The reason I say in my opinion is because no one on the internet or in social media or anywhere has ever faced a defamation or slander lawsuit for saying, in my opinion.
Correct.
Ever. And you know as well as I do, Tammy, once I started saying, in my opinion, how many people behind us came back and started saying, well, in my opinion, Genty, Lady Caca Pants,
Yep.
fucking Schemo. I mean, just
fucking the dumbass Coyote too.
yeah, Wile E. Coyote.
I call him dumbass Coyote.
Yep. I like to call him Roadkill Coyote because Anyway, or he goes by Freedom Isn't Free. That's his fucking First Amendment channel. He's got the Bodell Group. Oh yeah, whatever.
Right.
Anyway, I'm not getting off into that tangent, but anyway,
Right.
he was the Green Rat and other names along the way. My point being is, when you say in your opinion, yeah, people might get mad, but guess what? It's in your opinion.
Yep.
With all the censoring and all the bullshit on fucking YouTube right now,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't say in your opinion, you're fucking stupid, in my opinion. In my opinion, if you don't say and add in my opinion at the end of every sentence, you're dumb.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Even then, you still got to be careful what you're talking about, even in your opinion, when it comes to YouTube.
Exactly.
The other day. That's why I was off. That's why I was off YouTube for 2 weeks.
Exactly. And see, that's the thing. So when I could be tries to come in and put hashtag zero content, well, he's just telling the world that he has zero content.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he's trying to say that I have zero content without Discord, the trolls, or Mary Jane Rottencrotch, that's not true, because what did I do Monday night? Oh, that's right. I had a paranormal live panel with Nuck and Futz, Misty Big Red, and many other people that came up, and we had a great time.
There you go.
So, you know.
Well, here's the thing. Not a damn one of them, Mary Jane Rottencrotch included, would have any content if it wasn't for you or somebody that she was talking about, like me or whatever. So they fit under the same guise of having no content. They want to say you have no content. Excuse me.
And here's the crazy part. So yesterday, when Mary Jane Rottencrotch was on panel with me, of course, she had to bring I Could Be, her loyal lapdog. We are on panel yesterday. She goes, think about all the years I've helped your channel. Help my channel? Are you crazy?
Help destroy your channel is more like it.
Yeah, she claims responsibility for helping grow my channel and bring my subscribers.
Shit. Yeah, okay. She helped to try to destroy your channel how many times?
A lot.
Yeah, that's the point I'm getting at. She didn't help your channel not one bit. She's a little fucking Trudeau. She's a Trudeau wannabe throwing a little 3-year-old temper fit when you go after her. She's a little girl. She's a full-grown woman and a little girl with a little girl's mentality that throws a 3-year-old temper fit whenever she don't get her way.
Yeah, I believe that's pretty correct. But what I'm saying is, I'm not really going after her to go after her. I'm going after her to show both sides of the coin with her.
Oh, I agree.
People that won't see both sides. So when she sends me emails, she hasn't sent me emails in like 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that she's not at the Compass Behavioral Center, because if she was, she wouldn't be on panel yesterday at Misty Business. And I know that she still got the lifetime ban at the I-10 petrol truck stop glory hole, but you know.
Yeah, well, we all know what she's doing there. We already discussed that. She's got a porta potty that she puts at every street corner, at a different street corner every night that she uses instead now.
Anyway,
that's in my opinion, by the way.
Yeah, and that's that's good. Your opinions are welcome.
It's better be welcome. It's my goddamn show, in my opinion.
Exactly. So, they always tout us as being dumb and you being ignorant and fucking everything else. But I just don't understand why she doesn't take you as serious as she takes me. I don't even take myself serious half the time.
I don't know. But I do know this. Green Blob. He was in one of the channels today trying to get me to leave it, calling me Tammy Lili.
Well,
cracked me up.
There's several accounts of the Green Blob, from what I can understand.
Yeah.
And Miss Joe has one of those accounts.
I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, I would not doubt that one bit. It could have been Miss Joe, but it didn't seem like it was Miss Joe. It seemed more like a guy the way they were typing instead of a woman. Didn't seem like Miss Joe's typing.
Like, all these impersonation accounts, they just crack me up. I used to get mad a long time ago, but now I'm not mad about it. Because imitation is the highest form of flattery. Did you know that?
Yeah. I think it's funny, though, when they try to imitate me, they are so anal with their spelling, they cannot write a message like me.
Mm-mm.
So you know when it's a fucking lie and it's a fake Tammy Lindland. It's hilarious. Their fucking ego is so big they cannot even type like I type. That's how big their ego is. It's fucking hilarious.
You know, another thing that I find dumb about it all is like here we are fighting each other on YouTube
Yep.
over dominance, I guess. They want to dominate the First Amendment movement. They also dominate the people on the fringes of the First Amendment movement, you know, like YouTube creators, myself, video creators.
All right.
They want to dominate us and tell us how it's going to be. And if we say something, we got to prove it. We got to bring our receipts.
Yeah, but they don't have to.
Exactly. They feel like they're the kings and queens exalted over all of us peasants.
Right.
And do as I do, but not as I say, or do as I say, but not
That's
as I
why
do.
I always tell them, prove me fucking wrong. That's all I can say. Prove me fucking wrong. They hate that with a passion.
It's not been quite 2 years, but she still brings up the fake car wreck.
Right.
That was the beginning of me doing what I'm doing today and showing the world the two sides of Mary Jane Rottencrotch.
Yep. The two sides of the fake ass bitch from hell. You know, you showed something that was really interesting when you did your video where she was on Misty Big Reds. How she first played the victim, which has always been her. This is how her MO's always gone. And you can see it as plain as day in that video. I'm the victim here. I'm the victim here. I'm the victim here. Salty's so mean to me. Salty did that. Then, when Misty Big Red basically blew that aside, she started going into, well, I'll make sure your channel's done. I'll do this. I'll do that. Blah, 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 blah. So it goes into the threats. And then she tried the victim card again. And then she's like, you're just screwed. That's her whole MO. She's done that MO now for 2 years. and she hates me because I get in her face. I in the past on panels got down with her and said, go play the victim card. Be the victim, little bitchy, little cunt bitch. I don't care. Be the victim. That you want to piss her off? Tell her that.
Well, I think she was really triggered yesterday because first time she came up on panel, she jumped off or she was removed, I think. And
Right.
And she went into Discord and grabbed all the trolls. She came back with I could be up on panel, and they were trying to double team me. That's what they do.
Yep.
They're like a wolf pack, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what a wolf pack is, a wolf pack hunts in a pack. They have an alpha, and she's like the alpha. And all the other little minion wolves go out and they hunt.
Hold on here. I'm gonna have to sort of back you down. It couldn't be a wolf pack then,
No, why?
because the alpha in a wolf pack is the male. The omega is the female.
All right.
And you ain't going to try to tell me I couldn't be is an alpha anything. And that's
Okay.
the only male with half of balls in that whole group.
All right. So let me rephrase my statement then. Thank you for correcting me. No, it's good. They hunt like a wolf pack with the omega in the charge in the league.
That's why they're going to fail.
I understand that, but they don't think it. They don't think that way. So when I expose the omega for what she is, that's a great name. Maybe we start calling her the omega.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Mary Jane Rottencrotch really derives a fucking visceral reaction. I mean, it really does.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Betsy Fueller's right. Just the name, the salty rant. Pisses people off. Anything to do with salty. So basically, it's like this: the omega will sit up on the high fucking forested floor. And all the minions will hunt as a pack.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you're trying to do right now, you know, on Misty's channel yesterday.
Right.
Then you had Wilma Dickfit come in and try to call me your bish. Well,
Right.
Bubba blocked that right out.
All right. Call
Oh.
you. I love that she tries to call you the same name you've been calling someone else for almost a year now.
Right?
Stole your saying. That's fucking stupid, man. You want to talk about not being original? That whole group is not original.
How about when I used to say just saying too soon?
Yeah.
And fucking stole that shit right out from under me.
Yep. But actually, if you want to know the truth about Mary Jane Rottingcrotch, honestly, I don't even think she ranks the Alpha or the Omega. Okay. She don't rank any there. Because you run her life, Salty. That's it in a nutshell. Her life revolves around you. So that makes her a beta.
Well, ICOULDB's life and everyone else's life seems to revolve around me.
Mm-hmm.
And, when ICOULDB made the statement yesterday up on panel, I wasn't talking. I was just ignoring them.
Mm-hmm.
Writing shit in chat saying that my internet was broken when it really wasn't. There's a tactic behind it. If you know, you know. And if you don't, well, I can't help you.
Right.
I mean, I'm good, but I'm not going to tell you. So basically, I was writing stuff in chat. I was up on the panel. And ICOULDB really came out with the truest definition of why they were there. He goes, we're only here because Salty's here.
Yeah.
So he's saying,
I hope Misty Big Red heard that.
He's saying, I don't have enough respect for Misty Big Red. We're only coming here because Salty's here. Mike T. Big showed up. Mike Hunt showed up. Several other people showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And it started filling up. And then when Reverend Kelly Lee and others started filing in because they've all subbed Misty Big Red, then, quote unquote, we, the Salty Swimmers, all get accused of going and calling for help. But I was the only one on panel. I didn't have any one of my friends up there to help me.
If you called for help, bitch, you didn't call me.
I
didn't even get a notification for Misty Big Reds. I have to get unsub her and resub her, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get no fucking call.
And the whole it's a victim thing where she's like, how can you let this guy go on and on and on about me and spread these lies?
Make your defense.
What did it be?
Oh, damn, now I said something here. I'll be talked about Lady Di's panel. Lady Di doesn't say anything. Oh, well. Hey, Bruce from Down Under. Good day, man. Long time no see.
Hey, Bruce, how you feeling? How's your wife doing? Here's the crazy part, right? So, I try to stay away from this shit as much as I can. But when I was taking the email, she says the emails are hers and I'm stealing from her. She says,
no, that automatically, as soon as it comes to your device and to your email, it's yours.
And that's why I take what I take from it and I share it on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, I don't take my videos down like you do. I'm like, so she wants to criticize. She wants to call me names. Then she wants to attack my mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or my wife, because I live with my mother-in-law. And Misty's trying to keep it all together. And she's like, look, Salty's not attacking you.
Hey, Sandy girl.
He's not saying anything right now. And so that's what happens when you go on a panel with these people and you don't talk and the host allows you to stay on the panel and you start talking in the chat. I can't win a verbal debate when it's 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
And in most cases, in order for me to win a verbal debate with anyone from that group, I would have to get downright fucking dirty.
Yep.
I'm not going to do that. I vowed not to get downright fucking dirty.
Hugs back, by the way, Stingy.
When Mary Jane Rottencrotch makes these fucking statements that are untrue, stating, and I quote, oh, because of the lies Lou tells, I've got people coming to my house and harassing me.
Mm-hmm.
And then she talks about David's son being a crackhead meth head.
All right.
Came to the house. I'm like, because he served you papers for district court. No, that's what they want you to believe. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
He's going to come all the way from Houston, Texas. to go all the way to fucking backwards ass sister fuck gator wrestling Louisiana and do what?
Hey, now.
Sorry.
I take offense at part of that remark, only part of it. Gator
All right.
wrestler, don't use the Gator wrestler part. The rest of it, use it.
Fucked up.
I'm just picking at you, Salty. You know that, man.
That's what I like about you. You make me fucking laugh. So anyway, you know, she goes on this fucking rant about people are driving by her house, people are calling her local district attorney to try to get her arrested. Well, those would probably most likely be law enforcement officers tasked with watching you, driving by your house, and contacting your local district attorney for the things you said in the past.
I just think it's funny that people supposedly are coming by her house out of the blue just because of the lies you say.
Also, tried to throw in the fact that David's son came and then it was my fault. He's like, oh, well, he's a crackhead meth head. How the fuck did you know if he was a crackhead meth head, number one?
Right.
Yes, that he came to your house and he served you paperwork to go to court on.
I tell you what, that crackhead method, when he came to her house and served her papers, he's driving a pretty goddamn nice car. Better than most crackheads or meth heads I've ever seen.
That was David's son, not David.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about David's son.
And so, you know, the thing she was saying yesterday, just, I may do a video about it. I've saved the spot on the video where I need to go in and I might do like another hour-long review of the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might just do like a 30-second promo clip where IKB says, the only reason we're here is because Salty's here. Or whatever.
I really hope Misty Big Red heard that and lets that sink in.
She's
Because
heard it
that's all they care about her for. And they even said it out of their own fucking mouth.
Well, look, you know, like here's the thing. Misty and I are friends, and I met her through Betsy Peeler on Betsy's live stream. And the one thing I always tell Misty or you or any one of my friends, I'm like, just don't take my word. You know, go and investigate it for yourself. And I would never tell anybody, hey, I don't think you should speak to Mary Jane Rottencrotch or fucking I Could Be or whoever. I don't give a fuck. I don't ask my friends not to do those things because in a way that's controlling and manipulating. I'm not manipulative. I'm not about control in that respect. My friends are going to talk to whoever the fuck they want.
Yep.
I like them or whether they don't like them or however it works. Basically, we're all going to have people in our lives that not everyone's going to agree with.
Yep.
I support David Warden because of his advocacy, talking about bad cops and showing bad cops and community work. I don't support a rapist, but if you hear from Mary Jane Rottencrotch, who's had the word rapist on her mind for the last 7 years, and probably thinking about his gorgeous penis because
I think she feels like she was cheated because he didn't do what he was accused of 30-something years ago to her.
I mean, maybe she wanted a gun in the vajayjay. I don't know, but
yep. That's the way it seems like. I mean, come on. I mean, she talks about nothing but rape. Her obsession with it, it sounds like that's what she wanted.
You know, I mean, I don't think she wanted to be raped per se. I just think she wanted the rape role play.
Right.
That's probably what it was. She wanted the rape role play. She wanted, you know, probably David to come in wearing all black and a mask, throw her down, rough her up a little bit.
I don't know. You should go look up the whole textbook meaning of psychopath, and you'd have a whole new outlook of what you would think about fucking Mary Jane Rottencrotch.
Well, maybe
I think what she is saying is the reason she's saying it is she wanted the whole thing, not just play. She wanted it. She has a mind of a psychopath. Honestly.
Maybe she wanted to be the one coming in black, wearing a mask, and throwing David down on the bed and raping him.
I don't know. But honestly, you should go look up the whole meaning, the textbook meaning, which is about 5.5 paragraphs, and of the textbook meaning, and then it goes on to break it down to further different ways of psychopaths and shit like that. But as far as the textbook meaning goes, her whole brain is that of a psychopath by the textbook meaning. Just saying. It will give you a whole new outlook on how you think about Mary Jane Rotting Crotch.
Well, and I know you're trying to help me, and I appreciate that. But really, my outlook on how I think about her, I don't really think about her all that much. I might think about her when I'm dropping a deuce, picturing her mouth at the bottom of my bowl opened up, getting a little fucking bite of that shit sandwich, that shit loaf.
All right.
But other than that, maybe once periodically here and there when I'm taking a piss, or I'm talking to an asshole in the the fucking courtyard of the fucking apartment complexes I got to go to.
All right.
But other than that, I don't care. Dude. Huh?
Patriot Defense says, LOL, you guys are sick nofos.
We are probably sick. I'm just like, come on, Patriot Defense. I can't get a break. Everywhere I go, they got to be there to try to take me to task. What happened with your name, Tom?
Did we lose you, Salty?
No, what happened with your name?
It's been that way.
Really? What? You didn't fix it or anything?
Nope, I never fixed it. It didn't let me finish it, and I said, fuck it, and I went ahead and just left it there.
Oh, okay. Anyway, these people want to stalk me everywhere I go. They want to fucking bash me down. She filed a copyright strike for a picture that I used. Made a cartoon out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was fair use, but yet I still get a copyright strike. She's obviously... Now, what was one of the things that you picked up on from watching Misty's panel yesterday? Did you notice who was and was not triggered?
I didn't get to watch it all the way through, dude. I've been working, you know that.
Right, but of what you watched, did you see anybody getting triggered?
I didn't see you get triggered.
No, because I don't get triggered. I was laughing the whole time.
Right.
Because to me, it's funny. Since when has my opinion been a lie?
Right.
It's in my opinion. That's how I truly feel. I've told people many times, I don't have factual evidence to back up my opinion, but this is my opinion based on what I've read, seen, heard, whatever, my interactions. So how is having my opinion a bad thing?
There ain't nothing bad about it.
But yet, before ICOB gets off the panel, he's like, oh, this, in my opinion, is getting old. You need to fucking change it up. No. You want me to stop saying in my opinion so the next time I say something that's possibly defamatory or inflammatory, now you're going to have a case against me.
Hey,
no,
Salty, now listen to this. This is just the first sentence of the meaning of psychopath, okay?
All right.
A person suffering from chronic mental disorder with abnormal or violent social behaviors. Now, what is her social behavior on YouTube?
She's violent.
There you go. That's a psychopath.
And the reason I know she's violent, just look at any one of the emails I posted on my channel, Salty Speakeasy,
Mhm.
and you see for what it is.
Yep. And there you go. That was the very first sentence of the meaning of psychopathic. Okay.
Crazy, dude.
Huh?
It's really fucking crazy.
She's psychopath. Literally.
Completely. I
So-
mean, completely fucking psychopathic. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
And that's
Yeah.
what I was trying to tell you about the meaning of psychopath for you.
You know, maybe I'll go to the old Salty Rant and I'll upload those shorts that I did, and or I'll make new shorts, you know, with the same shit that I have, and say Psychopathic Files Episode 1, and then just do like a whole mini series of episodes,
There you go.
because I have the most subscribers on my Salty Rant channel. You know,
Yep.
but I kind of don't want to put it in danger either. But, you know, it just goes to show you that if she's going to keep skirting YouTube's terms of service, well, fuck it, so am I. I'll make 20 fucking channels, get all the passwords, and then I'll start going live on each one of them. But Salty
Right.
Speakeasy was a big success in such a short amount of time. And, you know, it's funny because good old Scammy thought he was going to do damage to me, make his videos, talk his bullshit. But where's Scammy? He's not, hasn't been heard from in weeks. He popped on Lady Caca Pants' live stream one day, and he was in the chat, and then he left. He withered away like a dirty old fart.
Right.
He
They
was
sure did.
He was potent and pertinent for a short time, and then into the wind he goes. And now we got Beaver coming back. Beaver come, you know, Mr. Smallwood.
Oh, well, micro penis is coming back, huh?
He's been coming back for the last couple months.
I missed it.
He's been steady shit talking me in people's chats. But yeah, I don't care, dude.
Shit.
I mean, that's a guy, you know, that's a guy that I was friends with him at one point. And see,
Yep.
this is the biggest thing that, yeah, I almost slipped again. This is the biggest thing that Mary Jane Rottencrotch says about me. Oh, he'll turn on you like he turned on us. So she felt my leaving Discord was a betrayal.
I told you. I
Just-
told you. I've been telling you that for a while now. She's saying it out of her mouth.
My leaving Discord and speaking up against her is a betrayal. I betrayed her.
Yep.
She told Misty Big Red on the panel that she was on, not yesterday, but a couple of days ago, where I made my live stream.
Hmm.
She's like, me and I could be talked to you about this, and you apologize. And then you went right behind my back and you went up on Salty's panel. And then when I brought it up to her yesterday, she's like, I said no such thing. Hey, go watch the fucking replay, bitch. It's in my video.
Yeah, she sure the fuck did say it. She sure the fuck did. I heard it.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you know, so
See, that's another thing psychopaths do.
what, they lie?
They conveniently forget things.
Well, you know, selective memory, I guess. But
Yes.
so here's the crazy part, okay? So, okay, you know, she conveniently forgot that. I'll give it to her. But when she says, I'm going to use your words against you, well, that's all I'm doing with her. I'm using her words against her,
Right.
and I'm doing it in such a grand fashion that I'm making a video about it. And I don't really edit my videos. I mean, she says she spends hours editing her videos. Man, I just slap my shit together and I leave it in its rawest form, because why not? People want to see it.
Hmm.
And then when Misty says, well, I like his content and I like his quality of his content. Holy shit. You want to talk about getting fucking triggered? What quality? He barely has an internet connection.
Yeah.
He keeps cutting in and out. And and she got fucking triggered.
I
Well, she's mad. Her
was
contention is
laughing my ass off when she said that. Then she went all triggered on that.
she got super triggered on that. And so the
Look
thing
at
about
Lulu. Hi.
the thing about it that makes me laugh is her reaction to it. Like, what content? What do you mean you like the quality?
You better say hi to Beautiful Cooking with Lulu.
Oh, hello. I'm not looking at chat, but hello, Lulu. I said hi to her yesterday as well.
Oh, okay. Just
I
making sure.
want Lulu to come to my stream on Monday because it's going to be a Monday night takeover where Nuck and Futz is going to take over the panel. Probably going to be all females, which is great. Hubba hubba. Break out the hand cream. And it's going to be like a paranormal show where she talks about some of the things she's done and the women interact with her. And now this is coming from a guy that, quote unquote, has #0 content.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're right.
So, and I'm trying it out. Maybe it'll be like Supernatural Mondays,
All right.
because Nuckin isn't going live on her channel. And, I want the girls to come hang out. Mrs. Dillenbeck, Cooking with Lulu, Laney Lang, if she's around, Jess, Misty Big Red, Flying Monkey 1. I think it would be great having an all-female panel. And then I'll just jump down. Like, I'll be up there, but I'll be muted. And then I'll be up there and add people to the panel if they drop off or whatever. But I'll just be in the chat like a regular mod, just watching the chat. I think it would be fucking awesome. I really do.
I'm really surprised the psychopath ain't tried to come in here and try to stir up shit in chat.
Probably because she knows you're not going to fucking put up with her bullshit.
Yep. What time will it be, Luke?
Besides that, Tammy, she's scared of me. She ain't coming up on your fucking panel.
Right. Well, I didn't say come up on my panel. I said come in the chat.
She won't even come in your fucking chat. She's so scared of me right now.
I hope she don't come in my chat. That'd be nasty. That rotting thing coming everywhere in the chat. That would be nasty.
You had to go there, didn't you? You had to do it.
By the way, Lulu wants to know what time that will be.
It might be around 3:30 or 4 o'clock California time.
So Eastern time, that would be 12 o'clock Eastern. No.
It'll be like 7 or 7:30 Eastern, I think.
No. If it was 3 o'clock, 3 hours difference, it'd be 6 o'clock. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
Either 6 or 6:30 Eastern time.
Yeah. There you go.
Hopefully we can get Betsy to join. I think it would just be fucking great. Just get all the women up there. At least all the women you and I respect.
Right. That would be Eastern time. Right. Cooking with Lulu. You're correct.
I think it would be just absolutely fucking wonderful to have all these women up here talking and having a good time, talking about paranormal stuff.
Yep. Man, we've been having some snow squalls here bad today.
Yeah.
1 second it's bright sun shining, next second it's gray, nasty, and blowing snow. But yeah, so needless to say, I couldn't believe what I was seeing with Mary Jane riding cards. Well, actually, I could, because it's the same thing she's been doing for the last 2 years. You would think she would at least change her MO some.
Why?
I mean,
she's like the great white shark. She's never had to change who she was to be a good
she's a
predator.
great white fucking cum stain.
Okay, well, I'm not going there. I'm not quite going there, Tammy.
Hey, bud grower.
You're putting me
she
on.
sure the hell ain't no great white shark.
Well, and the fact that she's a predator. in my opinion.
Yeah, a mouse is a predator too. So, just saying.
Yeah, I get. Not along. She's a predator on YouTube, and she's sniping people's channels. She's trying to take your livelihood away.
Right.
Okay, that's how she's a predator. She'll file false.
Hey, Bud Grower, what's up, man? Sorry, had to say hi to Bud Grower. He just came in too.
But that's what I'm thinking.
All right. I would never classify her with a great white shark. I classify her as a great white cum stain. That's about it.
Potato, fucker. That's the only way to say it. I'm telling you. I wish there was an easier way to bring about change, but there's not. She's not going to. She doesn't have to. You know, what she says is law, and she never tells a lie. You know, and she's going to fucking hammer me about the fake car wreck 2 years ago now.
Oh, yeah.
Really pissed her off because I showed that no matter what I did, she'd never leave me the fuck alone.
Yep.
I proved my point.
You sure did.
She'll never leave me the fuck alone.
No matter what you do.
You know, and, you know, here's the thing.
Hell, you tried to leave her alone for almost 2 months on your and go with your knife channel, and she tried to tear down your knife channel.
Yeah, and here's the crazy part. Excuse me.
I agree with that.
Asshole behind me talking shit, but so basically,
I thought that was just Mary Jane riding crotch and the shit coming out her ears right now.
Anyway, when I did the video about my car, saying I live a pretty good life, I'm massively attacked. Massively attacked.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So, do you want me to change my content? Is that what you're telling me I could be? Because you say I have zero content. So when I get off the topic of you and the trolls and Discord and your toxic queen, Mary Jane Rottencrotch, all you do is attack, attack, attack.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to let me change my content, then I'm going to keep making the same videos and you can keep saying hashtag zero content, but you have no content.
I was going to say, this is coming from a man that ain't got even one video out.
Exactly.
And also is a 3-time loser.
He's hit the trifecta of losing, in my opinion. He's a failed man.
Yep. That's got to live vicariously through his crackhead son and make lies up for that.
I can't talk about the visibility that he is or isn't a crackhead. I don't know.
Well, that's my opinion.
Well, it's in your opinion, then it's in your opinion.
Yep.
But in my opinion, I could be who might be called Michael after all. And it would make a lot of sense because I don't get along with guys named Mike or Michael or Mikey, typically. There are a few exceptions to the rule, of course. But he seems to be living vicariously through his son, who he says drives a Lexus, owns a Lexus in 2020. Well, basically all he's doing is bragging up the fact that his son bought a really expensive Toyota. That would be like a GMC Yukon Denali and a Cadillac Escalade.
Right.
A Cadillac Escalade is just a tent version of a GMC Denali.
You're correct.
That's it. So,
and if you don't believe me, you could interchange the parts on the GMC with the Cadillac.
Yeah. So, you know, it's crazy to me. Like, I'm just like, whatever. But these are the things, and he must obviously think that having a nice car is important in life. So he fits the stereotypical oh, work hard all your life, buy a big house, have a nice car, have a wife and some kids. You know, he
No,
falls.
he's fitting the stereotypical. I failed at NASCAR. I couldn't make it in NASCAR. I'm a piece of shit at NASCAR, but I hope I get to look at a pretty car anyway, besides a NASCAR car.
Well, the way I look at it is, he's a failed husband, so he's got a failed marriage, probably a failed father, but that all falls under the failed marriage. Then he said he was a cop, and when everybody started asking questions, oh, I'm a retired cop. Oh
He's
no,
a retarded cop. Yep.
I'm a former cop, retired cop, whatever.
Yeah,
No, I'm a
he said he was a retarded cop.
retarded. I like that. Anyway, then he said he was a reserve cop for Iredell County, North Carolina, and he was passing out warrants.
Yeah,
then-
the only reserve that he had was the reserve of his butthole for them to put their dicks in. Okay,
In your opinion?
in my opinion. Yeah.
Wow, we're playing good cop, or we're playing bad cop, dirty cop, I guess. But anyway, anyway, so when people kept asking questions about his law enforcement career, allegedly, then he's like, "Oh well, I work in NASCAR now." Oh yeah, what do you do in NASCAR? Well, I work for a guy that makes engines for race teams. And then when people started asking all those questions about NASCAR, now he's like a former NASCAR worker.
The only engine he had was the guy revving up his dick up his ass.
Again, that's in your opinion. I
In my
don't
opinion.
necessarily follow it or share it, but it's your channel. All I gotta say is potato, fucker.
I think he'd been over in the shower many times as a prison guard to fucking pick up the soap. Let's put it that way.
For all we know, he could have been bending over for Rick Crude and getting a cherry surprise.
Oh, he probably took that big black dildo of Rick's many times, I'm sure.
Well, then, I seen a picture of him and Chip Fullen, and man, I didn't realize Chip Fullen was troll status. He's short like a troll.
Yep.
Like, he's a little bit taller than my yard gnome. I'm like, I can understand now why he's got a three-wheeler. He's so fucking short, his faggy little legs won't even hit the ground.
Yep.
Of course he's on a three-wheeler. He has to have the two training wheels behind him.
Yeah, he made Smeagol look tall.
Exactly, right? Come here, my pretty. And it's funny to me because all the fucking shit talking, my God. I mean, all that shit, man. And it just kind of blows my mind. I'm just like, because let's face it, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, till death do us part, Chip is, for lack of a better word, an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
So it is what it is. I'm just like, whatever.
I think, he needs to drown his tears in the alcohol after he got it up the butt from that big black dildo from Rick Crude, in my opinion.
Now, are you talking about I Could Be or Chip Fullen?
Chip Fullen. I know Chip Fullen took that big black dildo up the butt from Rick Crude.
Well, I don't know, but him and Gary Snowflake are on the outs.
Who?
Chip Fullen and Gary Snowflake, because supposedly Chip doxed Gary Snowflake a while ago.
Oh, so Gary Snowflake and Chip are on the outs because they're having a lover's quarrel, it sounds like to me.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Maybe the Whoop Up gang isn't making Whoop Whoop no more.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
But, it's just crazy. I'm just like, whatever, dude. I don't get off on that fucking group. I never have. Somebody last night called me and left me a voicemail, and you hear a little girl talking in the background, and they're like, potato. So I called them up. I'm like, you're a sad, fucking, pathetic troll. I said, come up with something more original.
Potato.
Yeah, right.
One of these nights I'm going to call you up and say, potato.
I'm like, fuck you, Tammy. Truck full of dicks. Three flabby dicks.
Well, dude, I've been out here for 2.5 hours, man.
All right.
So I'm gonna call her up. So go ahead and finish off what you had to say, and then I'm gonna call her.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that hashtag I don't fuck ugly, hashtag dirty disease bitch, hashtag MJRC is triggered. Y'all have a great night.
Well, I agree. Y'all have a great night, great evening, great whatever. And MJRC, if Salty triggers you so bad, you really need to get a life, woman. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, you are pathetic. Pathetic. Okay. On that note, I'm out.
Hashtag pathetic potato lover.
That's it. Hashtag pathetic potato lover. With a
All
touch
right.
of psychopath on the side.
Yep.
All right, guys, I'm out.
Take care.